Okay, so someone is selling me a collection of about 3,500 comics through the mail. And I did all the calculations, and I kind of wanted to do a little tutorial on how to package that comics and how to get them shipped for the best price. So the boxes that I'm going to use or I want used for shipping will be 12 by 8 by 8 U-line boxes. I like using the 200 test pound boxes because they're a little bit stronger. And 12 by 8 by 8 means the box is still in the cubometric setting, I guess. I think that's what it's called for the post office shipping. So if you keep it under, like around this size, I think you can go slightly bigger, but I like 12 by 8 by 8. That feels like it's enough room right under the limit, so you're not going to go over it, and you have to keep under 20 pounds. And if you keep it under 20 pounds at this size, it's going to be, between $15 and $20 to ship a box this size. So $15 to $20, which means you're going to pay $30 to $40 per short box of comics to ship. That's the best rate I could find. Also, I helped Jason ship the box today from New York. He's been visiting New York this week, and we shipped a box of about 80 comics from New York to Atlanta, and it was $15 by USPS using this method. Okay, so first you're going to get this box. I'm going to show you how I tape it. And you fold it like that. You make sure it's squared. I have a tape gun with tape. I usually tape it twice this way. I use a lot of tape because you know why? I want it to be as strong as possible. I kind of push in the edges a little bit so it's squared. If it's like bulging out, you don't want it to bulge too much. And then I tape it once across, push it a little bit. Okay, so now it's fully taped. I over tape it. So I do tape the edges too a little bit. I take a piece, I put it there. That way it's less likely to get caught in something. Because, I've purchased a lot of comics through the mail, and I've seen them beat the hell. And so I like a little extra tape. And then I strap it around once all the way around like this. Basically, I'm trying to strengthen the box so that all the seams are stronger, so it's less likely to burst. And it just makes it a little bit stronger, so it's, being shipped through the mail, it's kind of got like a band around it to strengthen it. Okay, so that box is strong. Next thing you want to get is regular bubble wrap. I get 3 sheets of the whatever. These, rip into 12 by 12, but I do double sheets like this. So 12 inches by 24 inches. You want the flat side up top. The flat side is away from the box. The reason why you want that is that if the box gets punctured, you'll kind of want to hitting the sheet that's pushed against. If you put it with the bubbles facing away, if it punctures, it can actually touch the item right there with no bubble. You want the bubbles to kind of hold the sheet away from the objects to increase the protection. So I take 3 of these and I tape them together. So, I overlap it just a hair. Maybe like that, maybe like a half an inch. It doesn't have to be too specific because there's plenty of room. Take a nice piece of tape. Again, it's okay to be, liberal with the tape. You don't need to conserve it. And I tape 3 of them with the bubbles facing down. So you're basically taping the flat edge. That way the tape holds better and you're not putting the tape onto the comics themselves. Okay, now you flip this over, put the bubbles now facing the comics. Now, this box, in theory, should be able to fit about 75 comics with boards, maybe a little bit more. So what I would do is you take 1 handful like this. I basically have a stack of 75 right here and a stack of 25 extra. By basically, you make a stack like that, and then you kind of flip the next stack so that they stay square because the spines kind of push up on one side. So you kind of want to even it out. And then maybe take 1 more stack, flip it the other way. Like that, and then flip it up again. I think this box is like 9 to 10 ounces. Let me get the scale. So I have my scale right here. It says we're at 0. The box itself is 9.5, so about 10 ounces. You have to be under 20 ounce. You have to be under 20 pounds. I like to be like a pound under. I don't want it to be close, basically, because if you go over 20 ounces, you get charged a lot more. So let's keep it, the whole pile of comics should need to be under, let's say, 18 pounds at most. 75 comics should only be about 12 or 13 pounds, though. Okay, so this is a stack of 75 squared up. I think I'm going to take this and just put it on the scale like this. So that stack is 15.1314. So it'll be about 16. So you could probably add a couple more comics in there. You basically need enough room so you can close the box without it like bunching. But putting that there, I think I could fit like 1 or 2 more in there. So I'm going to put a couple more. Just like 3 more, I guess. So in this case, I'm doing 78. You can kind of eye, if you put the bubble wrap over like this, and you kind of eye the box height, you want about the height of the cardboard, because basically the bottom is going to push it up. So that should be good enough. Okay, you want to center this. Square this up as best as you can. If you have extra boards, I like to also put in extra boards in the package. It's not 100% necessary, but if you put like a board on the side like this, it just adds a little bit more of a cushion, not a cushion, but like if the box gets punctured on the side, it helps distribute the, the damage into the board away from the comics themselves. So I put one on each side. It, it doesn't fully cover it. It's good enough. It's just a slight little extra protection. And then you take ones on the edge, and I do cut them down so they fit. Honestly, I'm more usually worried of these sides than those sides when it comes to a package like this. You want it to be slightly less than the height. That way the bubble wrap does its job. So yeah, there, I do it like that. Make it like a little sandwich, basically. Or if you have other cardboard, you could use that. It does take a little bit of effort to hold them in place while you're getting the bubble wrap together. Okay, there's the bubble wrap. There's the bubble wrap. Okay, so now that should be, solid, and then I just put a piece of tape on there to hold it together. So basically at this point, the bubble wrap should protect it. It has the boards on the sides so that the bubble wrap can do a better job, because it, pushes into the board instead of pushing into the individual comic. And then on the ends, I fold it up kind of like a present, where I tape it like this, and then I fold the flaps like that so that there's more cushion on the ends. That way it's more protected. Same thing, do a little bit of tape in the middle like that. So yeah, I tape it like that, and then I take these flaps and I bring them in and I tape them. I tape it pretty tight so that the package holds together. So now the comics are pretty protected. It might not be the most perfect protection, but for the most part, it's going to reduce the chance of damage by like 95%. Okay, and then it should fit perfectly into this box. There you go. Perfect in the box. Now, if you did a little bit less than 75 books and there's a little bit of space, you could put like an extra piece of bubble wrap on top. But for the most part, it should be, you should be able to get it so it's pretty much flush. And then you want to tape it up again to, here, get it squared up. 2 straps of tape. One like that. One like that. You want to push in the edges a little bit to square it up. And then tape it across. And then again, I tape it one more time, or 2 more times, but 1 more time on each edge. I'm trying to reduce the ability of it getting like kind of caught with the tape there. This is going to get safely delivered probably 99% of the time. 99.5% of the time. It's almost like a ball right now, where if something hits it, the bubble wrap protects it. Something punctures it a little bit, those extra boards kind of protect it. And then this package is going to cost $15 to $20 to ship. So if I'm doing a whole bunch of boxes, if I'm shipping a big, batch, let's say 20, 30, 50 boxes like this, what I would probably do is make the boxes first and do everything kind of in steps. That way you can be more efficient, because if you're doing 30 boxes, that's going to take a while. So what I would do is, the empty boxes, tape the bottom, the side, etc., leave it open, and just get like 20 done, and then start filling it full of comics. Okay, we're gonna get my scale right here. Okay, this package now is 15.134 ounces. So I'll do 15. What I usually do is just 15.14, just so I know the pounds and ounces. So right in the middle here, I'll do 15.14. That way I know it's 15 pounds, 14 ounces. I'm going to need that information because we're going to ship with Pirate Ship. You're going to get the best shipping that way. And this way, each box will have its weight on it. You can just use the box dimensions. 12 by 8 by 8 should be fine. And then the other thing is, if you're shipping a lot of boxes, count how many you have. Let's say you have 30 boxes. Label them just in the corner. Just do 1 of 30 right in the corner. And then the next box, right, 2 of 30, 3 of 30. That way in the mail, when they arrive at the destination, I can, if you're shipping to me, I can make sure I got all of them. If something's missing, I can look really quick. Oh, 4 of 30 is missing. Let's figure out what happened to it. And that way you can also, after you print out postage, you can take a picture of each box and you have the box number with the tracking number. So it's really easy to keep track of. Okay, so I got the weight on the box. We'll label them. It's all ready to go. Let me now show you how I postage them on Pirate Ship.
Okay, we are going to go to pirateship.com. Okay, so this is the website, Pirate Ship. I already have an account, but if you don't have an account yet, just create a free account. You're going to have to enter in your email, payment options, either credit card or PayPal. You should be able to do that. If you need help with that, you can ask me. But for now, we're going to log into my account. Okay, so you're going to click Ship a Single. Here, you're going to paste the address. You type in my address or the address that you're shipping to. You'll already, when you create an account, you'll already have set up your return. Here, you got your dimensions. So we have 12 by 8 by 8. And we have 15 pounds, 14 ounces. I am going to, this is the reverse. I'm putting the address to the person that's supposed to be sending to me. So we could just see what the rate is for a 12 by 8 by 8, 15 pounds, 14 ounces. Get rates. Okay, then it's going to calculate. So this is, we don't want priority cubic. We want cheapest, which would be Ground Advantage cubic, which is $16.89. Or, okay, UPS ground is too much. So I would go with Ground Advantage cubic. Ground Advantage is fine. It says it's going to arrive on Monday. Today's the 12th when I'm filming it. So 5 days. 5 days, $16. I believe that's the cheapest way to ship comics.